She is the star of Elite, and she has always this energy when she comes up on stage that you would obviously want to listen to her. So now, without wasting much time, let me call on Toastmasters Srishti with her topic, Finding Your Path. Finding Your Path, Toastmasters Srishti. Figuring out Toastmasters Srishti. Figuring out.
Have you ever been in a situation where there's so many people around and still you are alone? And when you call your loved one, they say to figure out the solution for a problem on your own. So it's been a month now when I was heading back to my hometown Gaya for a yoga event. Bags packed up, tickets booked, all set to go. The day of my journey. Heading back, I left my PG 1 hour, 30 minutes before the train departs. I went down the stairs. I was waiting for my cab to come. First cab got cancelled. Second got cancelled. So I decided to take a yellow taxi. The taxi driver said, "Madam, it will take you 2 hours to reach Howrah railway station. You better prefer a ferry from Bagh Bazaar." So I rushing towards Bagh Bazaar for my ferry. When I reached there, I got to know my ferry will come at 4:30 and my train is at 4:50. I came back to BK Volvo, standing in the middle of the road, watching people moving, buses passing by, not knowing what to do. I was just deciding one thought in my mind. Kuch chamatkar kar do Bhagwan, please do some miracle. And suddenly, a person clicked into my mind, and I called that Bhaiya, asked him for help, and he agreed. He came with his bike and drove with such a high speed that we managed to reach the station somehow. And now comes the most dramatic and the filmy scene ever. I rushing towards my platform, towards my compartment, as Simran rushed towards Raj compartment in DTH. However, I realized life is not what it is shown in movies. Because as I reached the platform, train within my sight left the station. The heat from Jab We Met came inside. I started running at the platform and shouted in my mind, "Oh, my train! Stop! Please, someone stop the train!" But the train did not stop. Standing at the platform, my mind got blocked, not knowing what to do. A few minutes later, I took a deep breath, calmed myself down. My heart was full of anxiety and fear, but I called my dad. "Hello, Papa." "Yes, beta, have you boarded the train?" No, actually I could not catch my train because there was no traffic jam." "What?" "Yes, I'm taking you on my bus." What do you say?" No, don't come by bus. Listen, take a deep breath, relax, no need to panic. Don't come by bus, just catch another train, talk to PC, sit and talk. I would like to see how you manage the situation on your own. Okay? I, being shocked and surprised, thinking, did I just call my dad? Or I call someone else? So calm and composed that his words calmed my chaos. I then boarded another train, the Sipra Express, 5:45 p.m. exactly, with just one thought in my mind, that nobody is going to throw me out of the train. And then I took a seat comfortably when no one was sitting. TC came in a while. He asked me for tickets. I somehow convinced him. I did not give him a single penny because he didn't ask for it. Now, being a hardcore believer that the world is full of helpful people, there was a lovely family sitting beside me who was so helpful and genuine that they gave me their entire bird to sleep. clearly hear those words in my ear because my father was genuinely proud of me that day because he was seeing into his eyes. Now, this is what our parents do. They test you by predicting the results of their belief on us. So it's upon us if we are going to make it or break it. Crossing the teenage, I realized one thing in my life, that our parents do not want so many things from us, but a few. Our happiness, our courage to deal with the world, and our confidence to tackle the situations of our life. So, if one day or other our parents want to figure out the solution of our problem, it doesn't mean that they are being insensitive or harsh. We want to see if we can live our life on our own terms or not. So do try to live up to their faith. And next time, if you face any situation in your life, remember, you are strong enough, you are smart enough to figure out the solution for your problem on your own. What do you say, Toastmaster of the day?
Thank you, Toastmaster Srishti.
Universe is made up of stories, not of atoms. Someone has said that. And today, Toastmaster Srishti proved that to us. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, and Toastmaster Srishti in particular. Now, let me tell you 3 things that I loved about your speech. The first is your storytelling technique. The way you spoke about your trip, your running for the train, and somebody coming and helping you on your bike, it made us feel, or at least it helped me feel as if I am there with you running for that train. I think that technique, that vivid description of the platform and the person on the bike was brilliant. The second thing that I loved about your speech was the stage movement. Again, where you were talking about running to Bagh Bazaar, or you're talking about coming with a bike, your friend came on a bike, or you're talking about running towards the platform. I think the stage movement was brilliant. And the third thing that I loved about your speech was the use of prop. I mean, how brilliantly you used that chair. I mean, I didn't even understand when you had put that chair there. So wonderfully done. Now, Toastmaster Srishti, you missed your train. I couldn't do much about it. But in future, for your speeches, I have a couple of recommendations which will take your speech to the next level, the future ones. The first is the pauses. So what I felt was, in certain cases, for example, when you said, the first got cancelled, second got cancelled. So after each cancelled, if you had paused for a couple of seconds, then it would have been more thing for the audience. Or when you said, not knowing what to do, a pause over there would have definitely helped the speech. The second recommendation I have for you was your closing, where you said that you are strong enough, you are smart enough. What I felt was that could have been more powerful, because your story was brilliant, but the closing, what I felt was a little low. Maybe it is the volume itself. You should be smart enough, or you should be strong enough. That would have been more emphasis on the speech. And the third recommendation that I have for you was the steps or the takeaways, meaning that you gave us your messages, but how do I achieve that as an audience? What are the steps? 1, 2, 3. So that I know that if I do these steps, then I'll achieve that. So in summary, brilliant storytelling, brilliant stage movement, brilliant prop use. If you could just work on your closing, your pauses, and the takeaways, this would be brilliant. Now, Toastmaster Srishti, your dad was proud of you, I am proud of you, and we all are proud